That's great.
That's so
We're
weird,
ready.
actually. I'm playing around under, actually, yesterday. So usually I get John Carpenter games mostly, except for the odds and ends, actually. Except, yeah. Now it's kind of the odds and ends, actually, but I had to upload because it was a game crash. I'll admit,
You are
even
15 questions
if
away
that ended
from the
with a question
million.
wrong, I
Are you
still
ready
would
to
upload
go?
it because that was the moment I got
Have
double
a look at
century.
this for 100 euros.
I think, as of the centuries I've had, there's one that didn't get to the 7th pack. That was the one I did on the 3rd edition PC about 2 years ago, so. How would you describe a person who is candid, open, or outspoken? Fergus, Frank, Fred, Bolt. That'd be Frank.
Nice, easy one.
Yeah, Franking's
You have
male.
100
Frank's
euros.
off the verb for male, actually, so.
Okay, let's crack on for 200 euros.
A dog's outside home is called a palace, kennel, castle, mansion. That'd be his kennel.
No doubts there. You have 200 euros.
Yeah, back to 9%
For
actually. Yeah,
300
even after
euros,
2 victories.
here's another
so.
easy one.
W. Yeats founded the Abbey Theatre of Lady William, George, Gregory, Albert. That'd be Lady Gregory,
You think
actually.
it's C?
I actually was studying this actually very ardently, actually.
Very well done. You have 300
Him,
euros.
Gregory, I think it was James Dean also did founded the theater, actually. I think the early 20th century, actually.
Answer this one. It will take you up to 500 euros.
Okay. Which of these movies does Robin Williams play the title role? Mrs. Miniver, Mrs. Brown, Mrs. Doubtfire, Mrs. Fitzgibbon. That'd be Mrs.
You
Doubtfire.
think it's C?
And Mrs. Miniver, I think it's Joan Crawford, actually.
Good on you. You got 500
And
euros.
of course, Mrs. Brown's School Days. And Fitzherbert, I think it's the actual name for Mr.
Remember,
Darcy from
you still have all 3 lifelines
I
left.
think it's
Great
Heathcliff,
start.
actually.
Here's the next question for 1,000 euros. Get this, and that's the least that you can leave with. Here's the question. Take your time.
An ibis is a crisp bird drink fruit. That'd be a bird.
You think it's B?
I've spent time on fancy
that what you're
fucking
going
crisps. You twat. What the fuck's this?
You
John
looked
Mueller?
like you knew what you were doing,
I think
and you did.
that's
That's the
from,
right
from
answer.
I think
You
from
just won
Bunk
1,000
Off,
euros.
actually, when Will and the boys actually fucked off school, actually. Yeah, when I decided to alcohol, actually, and Will decides to act like an older man without getting alcohol legal. I think the best is probably when the parents give him kind of like a good, tough tongue looking, actually. Especially Alan takes over the role, actually.
You have
I
1,000
think it's at the very
euros.
before
That
they
is
go back
yours
to
to
school
take
the next
away
day,
and
so.
do with as you please. You now have the chance to double your money by answering this question for 2,000 euros.
Yesterday I kicked off for 36, actually. Which matched my PB from December 1st, actually, so. What's the name of the last line of a joke? State line, punchline, clothesline, white line. That'd be the punchline.
You think it's B. You had 1,000 euros whether this answer was right or wrong. It's
36,
right. You now have 2,000 euros.
I answered actually, I think it was 230 questions actually.
Okay, you're doing fine. The money is starting to build up now, but the questions are also getting harder. So remember, you have as much time as you need. Here is 4,000's worth.
Alright, 4,000. The opera to The Pirates of Penzance was run by Gilbert and McCartney, Lloyd Webber, O'Sullivan. So that'd be Gilbert and Sullivan, actually.
You
It's
think
kind
it's
of
D.
If you say O'Sullivan, I don't fault you.
You were right to go
Yeah,
with that.
O'Sullivan,
You now
I
have
think with
4,000
the
euros.
something, yeah. Paul McCartney, Andrew Webber. I forget who O'Sullivan is, but.
Question 8 is worth 8,000 euros. Remember, though, there is a built-in loss of 3,000 euros if you get it wrong. Take a look at the question.
I half a point this attempt. A rupee wedding anniversary marks how many years of a marriage? 45, 40, 30, 30. That'd be 40, because I know I think...
You think it's B.
Emerald, I think it's either Emerald or Pearl is 30 actually.
You had 4,000
Yeah.
euros. You now have
I
8,000
think it's actually,
euros.
let's see. I think Pearl would be 30 actually. Emerald would be something like the 60s actually. Yeah, it's on full courts. I think it's on full courts would be pretty
Here comes
last year by
question
this point,
9.
but
I must remind you, if you
because
answer
it's only
this
3
correctly,
4 hours
then
to
you
get
stand
do
to
this, and
win
then
16,000
talking
euros.
at least
If
until
you
3
were to
4
get
hours
it
to
wrong,
rest.
you will
So
drop 7,000 euros. Good luck. Here it is.
all right, 16. The British Queen Mother was born in Spain, Scotland, Ireland, France. Elizabeth Bowes-Lyon
You
was
think
born
it's
in
B.
Scotland, actually. That's the fun. Elizabeth Bowes-Lyon was born in Scotland, actually, and that's
You
why
had
she was known as the
8,000
Queen Mother,
euros.
because the current Queen was Queen Elizabeth
You
II.
now have 16,000
So,
euros.
and she was George VI's wife, actually, who was Queen Elizabeth II's dad. So.
You still have all 3 lifelines left. You have 50-50,
Yeah.
phone a friend, and ask the audience. The last answer got you 16,000 euros. You are flying. Here is 32 grand's worth. Look it over, think it over, decide whether you want to go for
Right,
it.
this is for 40, actually, so. In human body, the eustachian tube is located in the gallbladder, ear, heart, pelvis. It's an ear. It actually leads to
You think
the
it's
brain,
B.
actually. So that's where also the earwax builds up. Actually, if you use Q-tip,
When you leave
actually.
the game, you can be sure
People
of
wondering,
one thing.
I
You will
prefer
take with you a
I
minimum
kind of an
of
old school, but I actually just go straight for
32,000
the
euros. It's the correct
rock
answer.
trick. Actually, and it's the best trick to actually clean the ears out because the Q-tips actually push the earwax back up the eustachian tube. So yeah.
Very well played. You now have 32,000 euros. This is guaranteed to be the least that you can win. The next question is worth 64,000 euros, and you have nothing to lose by answering it. Take your time. It's big money. Here is the
All right,
question.
64,000. So. A bladderwrack is a type of horse, seaweed, bird, butterfly. This type of seaweed is a bladderwrack.
You think it's B. Well, you knew that you had nothing to lose by answering this question.
I think I pronounced it correctly, actually. Because you have to suspend between the bladder and the rack. So, I almost say it's like the end of I would say like a bear act, actually, the old vintage carpet, the early 1900s, actually.
Now, this is serious money. You are on 64,000 euros. This question is worth 125,000. Remember, in this game, if you keep your head, you keep the money. Lose your head, you lose the money. Relax, concentrate. For 125,000 euros, here is the question.
All right, 125. Sarah Gamp appears in which Dickens novel? Scrooge, Martin Chuzzlewit, Great Expectations, Oliver Twist. Sarah Gamp doesn't play Chuzzlewit.
You think it's B. So far, you had a cracking game, but the crack still goes on. You have just won 125,000 euros. I can write you a check right now for 125,000 euros, but I think that would be a shame, because you only have to answer 3 more questions and you win the whole 1 million. This is the next question for 250,000 euros. Get it right, and I can tear up the one I have. Take your time. It's up to you.
We're for 250, so. Who was Silken Thomas? Thomas Jefferson? Lord Thomas Fitzgerald? Thomas More? Thomas Outback? That'd be Lord Thomas Fitzgerald,
You
actually.
think it's
And
B.
it says before it's I think it's a 16th century King of Leinster.
Well,
actually,
you could have walked away with
Actually, they could actually end up
€125,000, but you
renunciating
chose
actually at
not
one
to.
point, actually.
Which is
Make
just
it
as well,
25 actually,
considering
back
you've
to
just
16th
won
century, actually.
€250,000. You are now just 2 questions away from €1 million. Whatever happens, you have done remarkably well. You have 250,000. You now have the chance to play for $500,000. Look at the question, reason it through, decide whether or not you want to play. Remember, get this wrong, you will go right back to €32,000. So, take your time. Here is the question.
Alright, for 500,000, so. Cynophobia is a fear of fish, cats, birds, dogs. It'd be dogs.
You think it's D.
Yeah, fish is ichthyophobia, cats is
They say
iliophobia, and
that
then birds is
fortune favors the
ornithophobia.
brave. But whoever said that probably wasn't playing for $500,000. And you are. Nevertheless, it's true on this occasion. You've just won
I'll say,
€500,000.
Second Jerusalem for this one, so.
You still have all 3 lifelines left. You have 50-50, phone a friend, and ask the audience. You have won €500,000, but we would love to see you leave the game as a millionaire. You have done fantastically well. The next question is all that stands in your way. Get it right, you have won €1 million. Remember, you don't have to go for it. You can quit right now and not risk losing what you have won. Whatever your decision, we wish you the best of luck, and congratulations for being a great contestant. This is the question for €1 million.
Alright, Jeff Bengy, but this is for a hat trick, actually. So. In Homer's Odyssey, what was the name of Odysseus' son by Penelope? Telemachus, Polyphemus, Tiresias, Telegonus. That'd be Telemachus.
You think it's A.
That was the 15th and final one I had yesterday, of the 15 top price questions.
When you started this game, there were 15 questions between you and €1 million. You gave it your best shot. You climbed all the way to the top until there was only 1 question to go, and then you chose your answer and decided to play. The result is that you have done it. You have won €1 million. Congratulations, you're a millionaire.
Top card game number 266, my 3rd for today and my 3rd in a row. So, back on the hat trick train, as they say. So. That being said, thanks for watching. Remember, this was the 3rd game of 14 I have to do for today.